Demons, they calling my soul.
I say fuck all of you hoes. I'm balling out of control.
Alright, so what's the debate right now?
Oh yeah, Splash, which character are you using, by the way? Splash, which character are you using?
I'll go ahead and use Cosmic Armor Superman.
Alright.
Oh no.
And what are you using, Progralic?
No. I'm not admitting to that. He bodies. Like, use someone else, please.
Okay.
Interesting.
Cosmic Armor Superman. Can you use someone else?
Alright, I'll just use Composite Lobo.
Who?
Lobo.
I'll just use Composite Lobo.
Composite logo?
Lobo.
Oh, okay. Is he as strong as Cosmic Armor Superman?
Nah.
Alright. I'll, like, the only scans I have on me now are, I guess.
Wait.
So let's go with
So, Progralic, who are you using?
I'm trying to, I'm wondering if I should, like...
Oh, alright. I'll give you a minute to find out who you're going to use.
I'm thinking... I'm not sure, yeah, I'll go with Reimu again.
Alright, so
At the same...
Cass versus, or Lobo versus Reimu. Alright,
No,
gotcha.
yeah, Lobo. So I'm going first. Yeah, is it being recorded? Wait, can you like DM me the recording?
Yeah, after it's
DM
done,
me the...
I'll give it to you.
Okay. Where to start? Okay, so all right. Basically, right. Wait, hang on. I think the person is texting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, like, want to start with Reimu here. Reimu has this ability called Fantasy Nature that allows her. Hang on. I'm coming.
Yo, so what are you talking about? Because I just came.
There's a debate going on.
So yeah, there's a debate. Right, so basically, Reimu called Fantasy Nature, right? And what Fantasy Nature is, it's an ability that allows her to float outside of everything in reality itself, including all sort of concepts, considering that no method used within the Touhou cosmology could work on her. I'll elaborate on that premise with a substantiated basis. So I'm going to get the scans of reality and post them.
Would that be considered a 5D hack?
Stop talking.
I can explain.
There's a debate.
Defeat. All right, I'm coming. Find those. I think. Okay, so right here. Okay, so in becomes invincible, like If it wasn't just a play, like it says, no one could beat her with any method, right? So since this is being deduced here, this we're gonna have to look at the whole cosmology as a whole. So we're gonna have to take into consideration other yokai, considering that we can logically scale this, considering it said that literally no one could beat her. So we're going to have to look at who exactly does no one correlate to. So like one of the first people inside of the cosmology is Yukari, right? And she basically has this ability to manipulate all boundaries itself, right? And I'm gonna get that scan and I'm gonna explain how it's actually important. So I'm coming. Hang on, I'm coming. The AME scans. It's what's his name? Silver Sapphire. It's in Battleground. You can look in Battleground. This I posted the scans. Like if you're not seeing them, can you please like tell me?
I don't want to interrupt.
Mhm. Okay, but are you seeing them? Just saying, like you're not. You're just telling me if it's
Yup.
okay. So okay, good. There's more multitude of scans. So it says that this boundary ability, it's can undermine reality itself. Like, and it says that everything is built upon the existence of boundaries, right? It says that like if there was no water, if there was no um skyline, neither mountain nor sky would exist. So it's saying that boundaries, like boundaries themselves as a concept inside Touhou need to exist for like other topological ideas to exist. And it even says that like if there was no boundaries, everything would probably exist as one single enormous object, right? And it says that thus the logic of boundaries is a logic of creation and destruction. So if you're going to like manipulate boundaries, yeah, you have the power to destroy and create stuff. Now, this is important because there's like lots of boundaries inside of Touhou, and I'll elaborate on one specific one. Um, I don't. Oh, okay. Hang on. Trying to get the scans. So right here it says that she has the power to remove those boundaries itself, right? And as established earlier, like something like on any sort of topological idea can't exist without that said boundary. And if you look right here, uh, there's a boundary between existence and nothingness itself. So if Yukari, oh, that so if I'm being interrupted. Okay, so if Yukari can like remove the boundary of existence and nothingness itself, then she can literally all of existence, and yet like she can't even affect Reimu. And what's more important is that even in this, it says that her power would be comparable to the gods. Hang on, let me get a scan for that. Um, do I have the scan? I'm going to be looking. I'm trying to get the scan just a little bit. All right. Hang on. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So there's it saying like it's saying that it's even comparable to the gods itself. Now, boundary inside of this context really contrast or difference between things, right? So then like I have a scan for that as well. For that as well. So it's like correlating to what defines something as otherwise. So there would be like no difference between things. So it's kind of like a contrasting position or a relationship between things, considering that day and life, they have two contrasting positions. Night and day has the same contrasting positions. And existence and nothingness itself, like they exist as differences. What other concepts like correlate to this is duality itself. Now, hang on, I'll get a definition of duality.
So you're using a wiki as your source?
A wiki, yeah, it's the
All
official
right, I was just
wiki.
making sure. Continue.
Okay, so duality right here, it like correlates to the contrasting opposition between the two concepts or two aspects or something. So like it even says in examples, um his photographs capitalizes on the dualities of light and darkness and stillness and movement, which even like correlates to my first point because there's a contrasting position between these two concepts as explained in both the scan and in the Wikipedia link. So what that means is that Yukari can fundamentally destroy, like she can control all of duality itself, and the gods can do this as well, right? Considering her power is comparable to the gods, right? So if they can do this and Reimu is completely unaffected by this, that means that not even them manipulating all of duality itself or them destroying duality could even Reimu could even like affect Reimu, considering no method could beat her. What's also important is that the gods inside of Touhou can multiply infinitely. So hang on, I'm gonna get a scan for that.
This is the longest introductory statement of all time.
Yeah, but I'm just like I'm on phone and I don't have like scans like on me, so it's kind of harder for me to like gather the scan. So I have to be like looking around websites and shit. Okay. Oh no, hang on, let me delete that. No, fuck. tab.
So what's going on over here?
It's a debate. Hang on. I'm trying to find it.
Who is debating who?
I'm debating.
We're
Slash.
listening to his research paper, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Longest
I'm
intro
trying
ever.
to, yeah, hang on. I'm trying to like find some scans because I'm on phone. Heckatia, character, start. Yes. Duplication. Okay. 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 So it says that they can multiply, like the gods can multiply infinite amount of gods who can control duality itself alongside Yukari can't affect Reimu. So Reimu exists above infinite like gods who can duality itself. And what's important, dimensions are built upon duality, considering like it's a contrast, like it's a contrasting position between things. So there's a contrasting position between dimensions and being dimensionless. So if they can like affect that, then that means that even if they destroy that, it won't affect Reimu. But since they can affect that, they'd logically be on an outer versa degree. And there is even like a boundary of dimensions that exist inside Touhou itself. But like I can show the scan for that later. I don't have it on, but so my premise is that Reimu can exist above infinite amount of gods, and that's basically it. Should just exist above infinite amount of multiversal beings. So you can make a statement.
All right, so I won't bore everyone to death. Let me just go ahead and post these two scans from my phone. As you can see, Exhibit A, this is a scan of the multiverse / everything that makes up DC, right? So
Yeah.
you're not allowed to interrupt, which is funny. So you made a claim that she's around outerversal. So I'm showing you that outside of the multiverse, which would make them outerversal, is outerversal, true form, dark side. Santa is above outerversal, true form, dark side, who's above those. So what you're talking about, Reimu, for the sake of argument, we'll agree with what you said. Even though there's a lot of holes, we'll agree with what you said. She would be around true form, dark side level. Santa is above dark side and lives in dream, which is above apocalypse. Now, for Lobo, why does this correlate to Lobo? Happy to show you.
Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I wasn't here.
For fun, Lobo beat the shit out of and took out Santa Claus for the Easter Bunny.
That's it?
So, to be above that being who is above another outerversal being who's above concepts, like a Reimu, Lobo has to be strong enough to kill him, which obviously he is.
That's your premise?
Yeah. So he just fucking murdered Reimu. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so all right, thanks for giving that. So like I think you ignored a lot of my proposition because I made the argument that those gods, like, they can control all of duality itself, which would logically mean that they exist above the concept, and like they can multiply literally infinitely, and you didn't give a substantiated basis on how that will dark side level.
I actually did directly address it. Don't misrepresent me. I did directly address it.
When
I
did you?
explained to you, I explained outerversal
Yeah.
beings in DC, and because you explained that Reimu was outerversal because she's above those gods who are above concepts, and I explained Lobo beat the shit out of a character that's above an outerversal character. So you made the claim that Reimu is above the infinite amount of gods that are outerversal, and so she's outerversal as well. And I showed you that Lobo killed Santa, who is above true form dark side, who is outerversal. So Santa is above that concept of outerversal, and Lobo's above him, obviously, because he's capable of killing him. So continue. I did address. So there you go.
Okay. So is Santa above infinite ultraversal beings? That's the
Yes.
premise. How is he above infinite ultraversal? Wait, who is that?
I showed you the
Forbidden.
map. You just
It's
have to look at the map. Again, I can teach you how to read. This is not ad hominem. I can teach you how to read if you can't read, but I did post the map. So
Okay, so where in the map like indicates infinite ultraversal levels or something.
Apocalypse is the outerversal layer. As you can see, it shows that's Apocalypse, which is the home of true form dark side. It's outside of everything, so it's outerversal. Santa lives outside of Apocalypse in Dream. Lobo killed Santa. Very basic.
Your mic's breaking up. Your mic's breaking up. Your mic was like
Didn't break
breaking
up
up.
to
Could
me.
you please repeat that? Is it that I'm like my voice is not able to be heard? Or
I can
something?
hear you.
Like, yeah, you can hear me, but like, wasn't anybody else hearing when Splash broke up?
Yeah.
Like his voice
No,
broke.
I heard what you were saying.
You heard that too? Huh?
I heard
Okay,
everything.
could some like if somebody heard, could they like could they like repeat what he said? Because I didn't hear like majority of his basis.
You said that true form dark side lives on Apocalypse,
Yeah.
and then Santa lives on Dream, which is in the gods, making Santa artiversal, and Lobo killed
Okay.
Santa.
Okay. So I don't think you like understanding my basis. Okay, I'm sorry, Splash. I made the claim that infinite, like each gods in themselves are ultraversal level. I'm saying even if they multiply infinitely, they can't touch Reimu. That's what I'm saying. So an infinite amount of beings
Okay.
can't touch Reimu.
Oh no, I'm
That's the
fine.
basis.
Well, yeah, I already addressed that. So
How did you address it? Like,
because the being, oh my god, so the being Lobo killed is above outerversal and above the character that's outerversal. All right, there's levels to this. I explained that.
okay.
So
Okay.
even if you infinitely multiplied dark side, right, it would go the same like the Reimu thing. So we could even be nice and
Wait.
scale Reimu to Santa, which Lobo killed.
Why would you apply the infinite thing to Darkseid? Wouldn't that include the possibility that Darkseid could possibly beat him if he could multiply infinitely, considering that there would be a
Why would he
vast
beat
more
him? He
number
doesn't
of
get
him?
any stronger. He doesn't
No,
possess the
I'm saying
capabilities of
there's like
killing.
the possibility because there's one
Oh,
Darkseid and there's
Darkseid
another
can't
Darkseid, and you're
multiply
stacking
himself,
that
right? He's
Darkseid
infinite.
on that Darkseid because
And
there's
he
an infinite
prepares,
number of them.
and he
But that
prepares.
possibility doesn't. But that possibility didn't exist in DC, so
You
you
know
can't
what's
make a
really
hasty
funny is you asked this
conclusion.
to be a turn-based thing, and you keep interrupting me. So
Okay. So what do you think?
is it your turn? Because you're gonna cry if I interrupt you. So is it your turn or is it my turn?
What? It's your turn. I'm just like objecting to a statement you said. That's all.
Okay, so all of the multiverses,
Like you made.
Apocalypse is outerversal. It's outside of that.
Okay. Yeah, we are.
Santa, you said this is turn-based. Let me
Okay.
talk. So, outerversal Apocalypse is outerversal. It even shows it on the map, clear as day. Then you go above that outerversal realm. You go above what's dark side, true form dark side. You get Dream, where Santa resides. So he is higher than Apocalypse, which is already outerversal. And then Lobo killed Santa. Your turn.
Okay. So as I was saying, like, did you answer this question first, right? Before like I get extra scans. Did you say that if we apply the infinite thing, like it could correlate to your argument? Did you say that to the dark side? It could correlate to your argument. Did you say that?
Sure, yeah. You have this on recording, right?
Yeah, I have it on recording. Wait, I
Yeah, you
think
can just
like
check it later.
who's
Keep
wait.
going.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So let me try and like find a scan real quick because I'm on phone and shit. All right.
Also, just to help you out, like I said before, I can help you read if you need help. I gave you the clear-cut map from DC itself of how it works within DC.
You said
So
something?
just reference that.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry. No offense, but like your mic, it's sort of like, am I the only one who's having a problem with his mic, or
Yes.
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
I guess it's
That
my
would
internet.
only be you.
Could you apologize for attacking my mic? Thank you.
Is anyone saying anything?
I mean, you just did.
What is happening?
Is he
Splash
gone?
versus Progralic. He posted like a scan.
I don't know. I don't know. He said he couldn't hear my mic, and then
What
everyone else said
exactly
they
is
could
the
hear.
debate, Lobo?
It's Lobo versus Reimu.
Yeah, I can use. Yeah, I could use any Lobo.
Yeah, he's using
Jesus.
positive.
I'm using the Lobo that killed Santa.
Oh shoot.
Was I disconnected or?
No.
Yes.
You're something.
Maybe.
Oh, all right. I need to repeat my point then, because holy shit.
Oh Jesus! All right, go.
Okay, so the scan above says that the Watatsuki sisters are stronger than the infinite amount of gods that exist inside of, no, not the infinite amount of gods, Yukari, that exists inside of Gensokyo, right? Because Yukari is in Gensokyo. I can show a scan of that later. And Yukari is comparable to the gods. Her pose is comparable to the gods, and we already established that that's out-of-versal level. So Watatsuki sisters exists above infinite amount of gods, and those Watatsuki sisters can't affect Reimu themselves. So Reimu would be on a pedestal that's above the Watatsuki sisters, and that's also above the infinite amount of gods. So, and we can continue this hierarchy considering there are people stronger that even can't affect Reimu still. So you can go.
All right, yeah. Can you show me the map of the landscape? Just show me the outer-versal stuff.
Wait, map? What are you talking about?
Well, because I showed you clear-cut evidence of the levels of outer-versal in DC, and then I provided Lobo directly killing one of those characters. So I'm asking you, can you provide something similar?
Okay. So I
or
can
just
explain,
possibilities and what ifs?
I can explain it again if you want me to. All right. So give me
Well,
a
I just
moment.
want evidence. That's all. I don't really care about your explanation. I
It's
just want
in
evidence.
it's in Battleground. It's in Battleground. Like everything I'm posting is
So
in
let's go
Battleground.
through this.
Okay. So did you see my Watatsuki sisters claim? I just made a claim and I think you like missed it or something. No offense. I'm not trying to offend you. I think you missed it.
This is what you got from a wiki, right?
No, this is from official lore itself.
Official or what website?
It's not a website. I think it came from what? I have to ask the person, but I think it came from Perfect Memento in strict sense. Like if I was on laptop, I can like look up the lore itself and just give it to you.
Yeah, when you provide evidence, you should probably know where you gathered that evidence from. It would help you, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
But it's
Because
in
you're
lore.
using wikis earlier, so
No,
I was
no,
just
this isn't. Oh, earlier. Okay.
well, yeah. So I don't have any reason to believe you would stray away from the wikis. They seem to be your thing.
It's because I'm on phone, right? Like I'm like clustered because I'd have
Yeah,
to
so
like
am
try.
I.
Like I don't have the scans like stacked up. That's all.
That's fine. Well, you challenged me, so I thought you would have scans
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, but anyways, like so the Watatsuki sisters are above infinite amount of gods, and Reimu is above the Watatsuki sisters because they can't touch her, and the gods can't even touch the Wakatsuki sisters. So those guys who exist above duality alongside Yukari, they can't touch her, and the Watatsuki sisters can't touch Reimu. So Reimu is like definitively above them, while they're above infinite amount of gods. So it's like this, hierarchy. Come to think about it.
All right, so you have a lot of like what ifs and possibilities in here, nothing really concrete because they're like, oh, they could possibly multiply infinitely. It's not, oh, they could multiply infinitely. I don't know why there's like no sure thing evidence from this verse or whatever. It's a little weird. Maybe it's the wikis and stuff.
When did it say they could possibly multiply? Like when did
The
it say
scan where it says, I'm sure they could multiply infinitely.
Yeah, being sure
They
is like a
probably could.
definitive. No, I'm being
They
sure
probably
is a
could.
definitive of something being true. All right. So when you're sure of something, like when you're sure you could kick that guy's ass or something, you know within yourself that you could kick that guy's ass. Or when you're sure that you're going to bathe, you know you're going to bathe. So when you say you're sure you're going to do something,
Well,
it's an
the character's
indication
clearly
of something being true.
Well, the character is clearly guessing based on what they've seen.
Wait.
That's like if I. That's like if I
guessing?
see two. Hold on. If I see shadow clones happen in front of me, I see 5, right? And I haven't seen any limits to the shadow clones being created. I could be like, yeah, I'm sure they could go infinite.
But
They
yeah,
haven't shown me they can't.
you're using like a different context. Like when was it stated that inside Naruto or so whatsoever that they could multiply infinite? I'm sure like there's like an even a statement of them like having a limit or
I'm
something.
just
Like
giving
correct
you
me
an
if I'm wrong.
example. I just say shadow clones. You want me to just say clones? I'm talking about myself as well, and I'm not in the Naruto verse. So I don't know why you want to show me saying in the Naruto verse that statement, but whatever.
But what would contradict the statement of them being able to multiply infinitely?
Well, we haven't seen
Because
them
if
multiply.
if they're sure that they can do it, then why would you? Because this is an author writing the script to expand on the cosmology itself. When authors do this, they want to like elaborate more on how the characters can develop inside of the universe. So it's not like an
So
implicit
authors in DC also said that characters were running just under the speed of light for time to not affect them, that they could run through time with pure speed. So
Okay. So you know what the difference here is? That's contradicted. This isn't.
how is
I'm
this
sure
not
that's
contradicted? Well, yeah, it is. There's no
Yeah,
infinite multiplies. They didn't multiply
There's
infinite.
no. So you agree that that's contradicted. Inside the DC
We agree.
verse?
Yes, we agree that your source is contradicted. Yes.
No, I didn't agree to that. I agreed to DC
Oh,
being
you just did.
contradicted. No, I didn't. I said the difference
Do
here
we
is
agree
that
they both
that's
contradict? Yeah.
contradicted.
No, we
I
agree they
didn't.
both contradict. Yeah.
I
We
never
agree they
agreed to
both
that.
contradict.
I said that is contradicted. The DC analogy that you just gave is contradicted. I never said that this is contradicted.
Yes, and I
Because
explained to
the
you yours
author-
contradicts as well because they don't show
No.
them multiplying infinitely.
Hang on, but that doesn't matter
Never
because
shown.
the author.
It's never a
listen,
shown
the
attribute.
author is expanding on the cosmology of the verse
All right,
itself. And
just
characters
prove
can
me
explicitly
wrong. Just
do-
prove me wrong and post a scan of them multiplying infinitely and then fighting this.
It doesn't matter. It
I'll
doesn't
wait.
matter. They can still
I'll wait.
multiply infinitely because the author is expanding
Show
on
me
what the
it.
characters can do.
Show me.
Like you can't write in a verse
Show it happening.
and then it just being null. Because when you're sure of something, right, it's an explicitly statement of something being true, especially when it's like expanding on the cosmology of the character.
Okay, so I gave you an example of authors saying one thing and another thing being true.
Okay, now let me explain
authors
how
aren't
author statement
100%
works. Hang on. Let me explain how author statement works. You see, if an author statement is contradicted, dude, if an author statement is contradicted, right?
Well, I clearly just showed you how yours is contradicted.
It's not contradicted because he's expanding on the character. Like there's nothing
You're
to contradict.
explaining how this character has a power, right? But the power is never shown to occur or to happen. There's no evidence of it.
But he's
ever
allowing
happening.
characters to develop the other characters. That's
So
basically
it's
how
never
story
happened
works.
before, right? We
No,
can
it's
agree on
never
that. at the
happened.
very
But
least.
yeah, I'll agree
Okay.
on that.
All
Like,
right, that's
sure,
fine.
it's never
That's
happened.
fine. That's fine. Keep
Okay,
going.
sure. Okay. So basically, like even like I don't even know why this matters, but basically like the not the water two sisters. The gods inside of Touhou, they kind of create like these dual concepts, right? And with these dual concepts, the Watatsuki sisters exist like above them, and not even they can touch Reimu. And this is like it can be studied like in a hierarchical base because the Watatsuki sisters are even stronger than some other beings who defeated what's its name? Like I'll even like bring up a hierarchy. Hang on, I'm coming. Hang on, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm trying to like bring up a hierarchy, basically.
Yeah, if you have feats as well, that'd be lovely.
Sure. Uh-huh. Hmm. Oh no. Hang on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is hella awkward.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to like get some scans because I'm on phone.
I'm not allowed to interrupt his silence, so I'm
Alright.
just gonna.
No, it's like me. I'm just getting scans. That's it. I'm not like
Why are you ready?
Huh?
Posting the scan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's getting me feats of his characters. Or at least I hope he's getting feats.
Okay, so. So this is basically like even like what Marisa like beating the god Shinki herself, right? And Shinji beated the god Shinki. That means that so the hierarchy basically goes like this. There's Yukari, which is comparable to the gods. Then
That
Marisa
name
exists
stuff, right?
above,
The the characters that name stuff, right? The reality warpers will even go reality warpers.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay.
So
Okay, reality warpers.
Okay, I mean like it's on an autoversal degree, but regardless.
Well, no, it's
Yukari,
planetary. It's specifically stated on the planet, but keep going.
Anyways,
Just keep going.
Yeah, sure. Yukari, right? Marisa exists above Yukari. The Watatsuki sisters exist. Yukari and the gods, by the way. The Watatsuki sisters exist above Marisa, considering she's in Gensokyo or some shit. And Marisa can't touch the Watatsuki sisters, who also can't touch Reimu. So there's like this hierarchy of levels of autoversal. So this would mean that Reimu's like above baseline or some shit. So you can go now.
So Reimu's above baseline outer versal.
Yeah, like that was my premise.
Oh, that's fine. So Dark Side, as I explained on Apocalypse, True Form Dark Side's outer versal. Dream and Santa Claus is above the baseline. So that would be Reimu, right? That's cool. So then Lobo killed Santa, which I showed you. So that's fine.
Okay, but there's not like 4 degrees of autoversal level. Yeah, you're just explaining.
So you just said your character was above baseline outer versal. I gave you baseline outer versal, then I gave you the character directly above the baseline outer versal. Then I gave you
there's
Lobo
different degrees
that
of being above baseline autoversal. You do realize that, right? Like
I'm
there's
just going off what you say, dude. I'm just going off the arguments you
I'm not saying I didn't explicitly say that they were equal. Like I said that
well, you can make your
above
arguments better.
baseline autoversal level. But I don't see how my argument's bad. But I said she's above baseline multiverse level. But you
Yeah.
concluded, hang on, please don't interrupt me. You concluded that since Lobo would be above baseline multiversal, then that would correlate to them being equal to each other. But that's not the case, considering there's
That's actually not what I said.
being
I'm
above.
pretty
What did
pretty
you say?
sure I
No,
explained.
you explicitly said that.
Pretty
You know,
sure
you said.
Calm down, buddy.
No,
Don't
you-
cry. Don't cry. So
What?
I
What are you talking
explained.
about?
It's my turn. So I explained
I
because you
wasn't
apparently
finished,
can't
but
you can't
okay.
process this. You can't process this. So I'm helping you process it so you don't get as upset. Okay. So we have Apocalypse and True Form Darkseid being outerversal, right? They exist. They're outerversal. They are outerversal. Do you agree to this? Do you understand the map I gave
Yes,
you?
I've been agreeing to this whole time. I've been
Okay,
agreeing to
so
this the whole
Dream and
time.
Santa Claus is well above that. On the map, it
Okay.
shows that. Lobo killed Santa. So no, Lobo is not, restricted to baseline outerversal, which you
I
said
never
Reimu is
said
above
this.
baseline
I never
outerversal.
said this. I never said this. When did
Oh my
I say
God,
this?
okay.
I said
You
that. No,
said
listen,
it when you
listen. No,
said the
you're
word
misrepresenting my
she
basis.
is. No, I even asked
You're
you if you're saying
misrepresenting my
she is
basis.
baseline
I said there's
outerversal.
different degrees of being above baseline ultraversal level. So Lobo could be like a different degree of being above baseline ultraversal level, where he's above
That's
like
that's
one
your guess,
ultraversal
right?
being. What?
That's your guess, right? Can you show me the exact
my
scaling of
guess?
your character? Show me the exact scaling
I
of your character.
explained it a
Show
while
me
ago.
exactly what level of outerversal your character is.
I explained it a while ago.
I
Let
don't
me
want
explain
your
it again. If
I
you
don't want
can't,
your explanation. I want proof.
listen. This is
No, I
not
want
another
proof.
This isn't an hominem, but you're not comprehending what I'm saying, and I think that's the problem. Listen.
No, I understand you're lying. That's fine. I'm saying fix
hang on.
yourself and present some evidence.
Calm down. You're overreacting.
I'm fine.
All right?
Yeah. No, I'm winning.
No,
It's good.
yeah. All right, calm down. You're overreacting. I said Marissa exists above Yukari and the gods. Watatsuki sisters can't, they're untouchable by Marissa, so Marissa can't even touch them, right? So that means that Watatsuki sisters, like, since they obviously have infinite more mass.
So do you have that battle? Do you have that battle?
What? Of what?
Between those characters?
Between those characters?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I? All right, hang on. Give me a second. I think they did fight before.
So what happens if it shows in the battle that they touched her?
Hang on, I'm trying to get a scan.
That'd be really awkward.
Hang on. Did I lose it? Damn it. What it's. Hang on. Oh man, like I'm gonna have to go deep into a manga and then just look for the scan. Just like that. Oh, excuse
you?
Yeah, excuse me. It's gonna be like a while. Fucking. What? No. Touhou. Bam. Okay, there we go. All right, so give me a while. It's gonna take me a while to find some scans over some shit. So hang.
Why did you challenge me if you have no evidence with?
Because you're like blowing up my DMs with like, and it was getting
I
annoying.
didn't blow
so
up your DMs. I went and watched
You
the
did.
movie. Do you want me to screenshot? I was watching a movie.
What? You're watching
I
a
didn't
movie?
talk to you. Yeah, I
You're
went and
in
saw
my
a movie.
DMs. No, you just can't.
It was The
in my
Grinch.
DMs,
It was
like-
okay, but if you're going to see a comedy, I don't recommend it. It's not very funny.
Well,
I took my
what a
little
pity.
brother.
All right, hang on. I think I'm at the chapter. Please say
What?
this is. Sorry. Takes kind of. I'm just looking for the scans. Like, you know, I already told you I'm looking for the.
Seems like you weren't prepared.
No, like I'm looking for the scans. I have the scans on me. Don't worry about it. Hang on. I'm looking for them.
So you've got them, but you don't.
Like, no, I have a manga, but I have to look through the manga.
He might be editing the wiki so that it agrees with what he says. I'm not sure.
No, I'm not
I would have
doing
put
that.
that
Like,
behind him, to be honest.
dude, why are you committing this like ad hominem? Like, when?
How
why
is
would I
that
do
an
that?
ad hominem? How is that an ad
Like,
hominem?
you're not even attacking what I'm saying. You're just saying like I'm doing things when I'm not even.
I didn't attack you
But like, why did you say that?
because
there's
I
a lot-
can. What are you talking about?
What would
Yeah,
just
what are
be
you
funny?
talking
Let him find these scans. Maybe edit the wiki a little bit.
Thick nerds being the bigger person right now.
It was obviously a fucking joke. Please do not expound it.
The ad hominem strikes again.
All right. Okay, here we go. All right, I posted them. So look. Splash.
Mm-hmm.
I posted them.
And what is this?
The scans of not being able to touch her.
With bullets?
Yeah, that's basically the main arsenal.
Okay, so she's above bullet level. We've established this.
No, oh my god. Like, what the hell? Those bullets defeated ultraversal beings, just saying.
Can
Like,
you
I showed
show that?
scan. It's a right, it's
Okay.
literally right above you. It's literally right above you. Like right above those scans. She like defeats a god.
How do I know those characters are outerversal?
Because I just explained it. I'm sorry, like, don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think like you were comprehending what I was saying the whole time you're going to ask that question.
Whoa, dude, chill with the ad hominem. Jesus.
No, it's not ad hominem, but I'm just saying, like, if you're going to ask me that question, then you weren't comprehending what I was saying the whole time.
I'm not comprehending what I said the whole time.
Like, you didn't comprehend what I was saying this whole time. Now, let me re-explain it since you're not getting this, okay? Martha exists above the gods. She defeated a god named
And what level are the gods?
I just explained they're ultraversal level. They're comparable to
How are they
Yukari.
outerversal if all they did was reality warp on a world? Would you agree they were reality warping?
Hang on. Yeah, it's on an ultraversal scale though. Right?
Okay, so planetary is outerversal. That's what you're saying.
How is planetary ultraversal? Like, how is planetary ultraversal?
I don't know. You tell me. That's what you're equating it to.
Like,
Because
if you're
I just
correlating,
said, and I've said it before. Listen, no. So I said it before. They were reality warping on the planet. It was just the planet that was being affected. And then you said, well, that's an outerversal achievement.
Like, I don't think you get what I'm saying. Hang on. So first of all, the world in this context refers to the space-time continuum. Hang on, let me get some scans. And like, let's say that was the case, like there's borders of existence and nothingness itself. I did post this. And if like Yukari can affect these borders, right? If Yukari can affect them and move them
And since like borders can't, concepts can't exist without the borders, if you can remove them, they'd be destroyed. And if that's comparable to the gods, then that means they too can erase existence and nothingness itself. And I did say this like at the beginning of my point. Splash, would you agree that I said this?
Said what?
Oh my, you weren't listening this whole time. Okay. So I said Yukari, right? She can manipulate every sort of boundaries itself, right? There's a border of existence. There's a border. There's a border of existence and nothingness itself, right? I posted a scan of this, and there's and inside of the context, borders can't exist. I mean, concepts can't exist without borders, right? So if Yukari destroyed existence and nothingness itself, then that means that existence and nothingness would be destroyed. So that power would be comparable to the gods itself. So it's not just speaking on the planetary scale when there's a border of existence and nothingness itself. Even multiple existences have borders. And Yukari can manipulate those multiple existences. You want me to show a scan of that? Splash.
Yep.
Huh? Did you hear what
I'm
I
just
said?
going to give you some evidence so we can end this so I can go play basketball, okay?
Dude, but you're not addressing what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm going to give you some evidence so I can go play basketball and win this real quick, okay?
Dude, why are you not addressing anything I'm saying?
Hold on, buddy. Calm down.
No, I can't. All right, listen, Splash. Hear me out. I can't be calm if you're not going to address anything I'm saying. Like, there's nothing pisses me off more.
Hold on. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your feelings.
But you need to.
I don't need to care about your feelings.
You need to argue what I said.
Yeah, we will accept that your character is out of versal. That's fine. So
you concede
the source.
that. Oh my.
Hold on, I'm showing you something. I'm posting in Battleground.
This is like legit one of the most frustrating things.
So, I don't care. Okay, so the source is infinitely above an outer versal concept, right? Posting that evidence.
Let me read it.
Hold on. Dark side was able to affect the source, right? Or are you following so far?
Yeah. I'm reading the source scan. Give me a moment. So today, if the world has meaning, how does he exist? Hang on. How does he exist infinitely above it? The source.
What?
How does he exist? Oh my God. How does he exist infinitely above the concept? Like, and which concept are you talking about? Like, basically.
So hold on. Which scan are you reading that you're having trouble with?
I'm reading the source scan. I said I'm reading the source scan. Said this twice.
Well, I showed you the map.
Okay, so you're saying he exists above like these concepts, right?
Above plutonic concepts, infinitely above something.
All right,
yes.
sure. All right,
and then Santa. Okay, and then so you accept that. That's cool. Okay, so Santa is above dark side, who is above the source. And do you know who killed Santa? Which I already showed you.
Okay.
My boy Lobo.
Okay, so we're at 3 levels now. So let me get this straight.
No, we're not. There's
no. Wait. Dark side greater than the source, right? Right?
Yes. Which is infinitely above something out of versal.
Just relax. Santa is above dark side. Santa is above dark side, right?
Yes.
And Lobo is above Santa.
Obviously.
So we're at this basic hierarchical degree for the same in my position.
With infinite difference.
No. Wait. I'm talking. I'm not done. I'm not done. Dude. I'm not done. Martha is above the gods, right? You see, if you're going to create a concept, then that means that you're unbounded from that concept itself, right? So it literally be that, they're literally infinitely above it regardless.
They didn't create the concepts. They named
it. which
They
is
named
creating something from nothingness
They
itself.
already existed. They already
No,
existed.
dude.
Yes,
I
they already
said
existed.
that Yukari can remove the boundaries of existence
I
and
don't
nothingness
care
itself.
what
How
you
can you
said.
not care?
I'm
How can
telling
you
you
not
because the
care? What?
gods didn't create the stuff. It already existed. They
That's
gave
dude,
it names.
no. I
They
said
didn't
there
create
you
it.
can't, dude. You're misrepresenting my basis so bad. Listen, don't speak. Listen, Yukari can destroy the borders of existence and nothingness itself. Right?
That wouldn't destroy the
Power,
concept.
shush. Because things can't exist without their borders. You have not been
Yes, they
comprehending
can.
what
Then
I'm
how
saying.
did it? So how did it
Oh
exist before the borders? How did it exist
because
before the borders?
because that's a figurative statement that correlates to it existing in nothingness itself.
It
Like, why are you
existed.
laughing? Majority, no,
I'm
oh
laughing
my
at
gosh.
you. You can't read your own
Because
scans. It existed
you
already.
didn't argue against majority of my points, and I'm getting really frustrated right now
Because I
because
gave
you
you
literally just
concrete
came in.
evidence.
No, you didn't. You literally said I don't care for majority of my points. You said this. No, let
I
me explain.
proved my character
No,
is well
shut
above
up.
yours.
Let me explain it. Okay,
Who conceded to me
Yukari,
about slavery?
Yukari,
That was hilarious. You're telling me to
okay,
shut
red
up. You failed
herring,
your
red
country and
herring.
your people.
Red herring. That's a red herring. That's irrelevant. Okay.
I didn't.
So
By the way, I also provided all
that's
the evidence.
irrelevant.
So.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
And I shot
Like
down your scan that you're trying to use
the
for
slavery
reversal.
thing. No, you didn't.
You
Just let me
don't
explain
like.
it.
You don't like.
Yukari
But
can
your
create
team's
the
a
borders of
hominem.
existence and nothingness itself.
It
That power
already
is
existed.
comparable to the gods. It didn't already
It
exist
already
because that's a
existed.
figure. No. All right.
It
Shut
already
up.
existed.
Don't
Then
speak.
your author
Don't
is
speak.
wrong. The author you
No,
quote is
the
wrong, I guess.
figurative statement correlates to it being existed in nothingness itself, considering it says that we could say that that's one of those possibilities, right? So
It's
if
not
that's
definite
fits,
either, right?
it could say it represents a possible truth. What you're saying is
Possible,
not a
which is
possible
not
truth.
definite.
But those
It's not
other possible
definite.
truths have to correlate to this one. They have to be
It's
synonymous
not
to this
definite.
one. You're saying that over and over, and I'm trying to explain to you that those other possible definitions correlates to this one in terms of being synonymous. Like if you
Also,
say
it
that, if you
existed before
say,
it was given names, so it won't be
gee,
destroyed if you take
oh
away the boundaries.
my God, are you retarded? Jesus Christ.
No, but I can read.
No. Dude, don't shotgun. Don't say anything. Let me
I
explain
read
it.
your scan
No,
you provided.
don't explain anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Yukari, don't say anything. Yukari, right? She can manipulate the borders of everything itself.
Bye.
All right. So basically, right? There's a border of existence and nothingness itself. Look up in Battleground, and you see that I posted this. Are you looking up? Okay, you're not answering. Okay, that's good because
I don't want to interrupt you. You're gonna cry again. Keep going.
No, I'm telling you to look up. I'm asking you if you're looking up.
You said this is turn-based.
I'm asking you to look up. I'm just asking a question before I continue my point. Are you looking up?
So are you going to stop talking and it's my turn?
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, this is so
We're going by your rules.
Yes, it's my rules. I'm just asking you to look up to see the scans itself.
No, I'm going by your rules. So finish your turn, please.
What? Okay, you know what? Okay, you're retarded anyways. I mean, you can't even compare what I was saying the whole time. Okay, so basically, there's a border of existence and nothingness itself, right? So if there's a border of existence and nothingness itself, that means that literally everything that exists and nothingness itself, if you remove that border, then it would not exist. That power is comparable to the gods. Are you not understanding this? This is so easy to understand, it's not even funny. Are you not understanding this? Hello?
Is it my turn?
Oh my God. You know what? Fine, go.
All right, so you're not going to talk, right?
No, if you say something like stupid, I know it's fine.
Why wouldn't you honor your
I
own rules?
I won't talk. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to explain the feat of my character, and I just want you to show something better that's concrete, which would be really helpful for the debate for you. So
I already did, dude. Like, really, this is really pissing me off to a point. What else?
What?
Show your shitty feet. Show your feet.
Well, were you capable of reading and understanding what I posted in Battleground, or do I need to explain it again?
I understand everything what you're saying, Splash. You're just not understanding what I'm saying.
All right, so Limbo is above the God sphere, right?
Okay.
Monitor sphere is above Limbo.
Okay.
The source encompasses all of those things, which are all outer versal, right? Levels of outer versal.
Okay.
Dark side corrupted all of the source. Santa is above dark side. Lobo killed Santa. The
Okay.
end.
Okay. So you're gonna say this over and over again? Because this is ad nauseum at this
Yes.
point.
Yes.
This is
So
ad
we can go to
nauseum.
conclusions.
Okay.
We can go to
No,
conclusions.
no, no,
That's
no,
fine.
no, 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 no. Hang on. No, no. We can't go to conclusions. I need to continue this.
All right,
So,
well, I'm just going to conclude whenever you're ready. You can keep trying, and then we'll conclude.
I'm not. Okay, whatever. You know, that shit talk or whatever. So basically, I'm just gonna say the same thing. You keep saying it's just the world, but I'm telling you there's literally something between existence and nothingness itself. And if they remove this, right? If they remove it, it's destroyed. Because concepts can't exist without borders. It's in the scan above. I'm telling you to look above in the scan, but you're not doing it. So if that is the case, right? That means that they created duality, which is Yukari. Like she can fundamentally like frick duality itself. The gods are comparable to that, and even if the gods are comparable to that, Marisa defeated one of those gods, right? So that means that Marisa is above the gods, and the Watatuki sisters can't be touched. Like they're untouchable from anyone against Tokyo, and this is evident as Marisa's bullets couldn't touch her. She used those same bullets to defeat the god. Reimu exists above this. That's basically it. Just look at the scan above between existence and nothingness itself. Oh my God, just please look at the scan. Splash. Are you looking at the scan?
My turn. It's not my turn. I'm honoring your rules.
Oh my fucking. You know what? I'm just gonna move on to hack. I decided later. So, because you're being like, you're not comprehending what I'm saying right now, and it's getting really frustrating. That I'm really pissed. Okay, you're laughing. Okay, like you know, apparently this is funny.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Serious debate.
Is there anybody recording this? I want to have this on recording so I can show other people.
Just conclude.
Yeah, can you guys like just go to
ages and you're not-
conclusions?
Go to conclusions, Jesus.
No, not yet. I need to show my haxes first.
If you think you've proven your character's above his at this point, at least in levels of outer birth.
Me? Not yet.
Yeah.
I need to show hacks.
You don't think you've proven that?
No, because I need to show the hacks first. Like,
That's not a level of outer versal.
No, it's the you know what?
Move away
Let
from
me
me,
just-
Guys, it's his turn, and the way we
I
set
know,
up the rules.
you guys aren't getting anywhere at this point, so might as well just.
Yeah.
All right,
It
so
does.
that's like one last. So that's one scan. That's it. That's one scan. Go to conclusion. All right. I'm coming. Just one scan because, like, oh my God, this is like so. Just one scan. Trying to find the hacks. Border perspective manipulation, sealing. No. Power. Okay. So, for the love of So it says that there's a spell card that can't be dodged. Like, you know, you can't dodge it, and it turns one's powers against him. So basically, this would be used against Lobo, and all of his powers would to be turned against. So you can make your statement to that, then we can go to conclusions.
All right, so I proved my character.
Wait, you're not gonna
is
address this. You're
above-
not gonna wait. Hang on. You're not gonna address what I said.
Wait, is it my turn or is it your turn?
No, man. I just posted a scan. I just posted a scan of.
Is it my turn or is it your turn?
Dude, listen. I just posted a scan of his own.
Let
powers,
me do
like
me
his
if
own
it's my
powers,
turn.
That's his
Respect
own.
your own rules.
No.
It's your
I'm
turn, now,
asking if
you
you're
go.
not going to address the scan. I went in my turn, but you didn't address my scan. I posted a new scan.
How do you know I didn't start my explanation? That's
I
awkward.
not
Can you see in the
fine
future?
because you said in your conclusion. That's what you said. So you're concluding.
Are you gonna let me finish?
Oh my. You know what? Fine. Go ahead.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go.
We agree this is conclusions?
No, just address my scan first. Just address the scan.
Well, you just said I'm concluding, so will you also be concluding after I conclude?
So you're not gonna address the scan. I know that's fine. That's
Are
fine.
we-
Let's conclude. Let's conclude. Sure, let's conclude. Since you're not gonna
Alright,
address the
sure.
scan, let's conclude.
So the scans he has provided are irrelevant to Lobo because I've proven Lobo is above his outer versal character. Thus, all of the hacks, effects, and abilities his characters will use will be meaningless to Lobo. My character is well above his, as I showed via the scaling, not given by wikis, but actually by DC itself, as well as feats. And thus, I won the debate and I still own him. Your turn.
So basically, you didn't even explain how wikis are unreliable inside of this whole debate, and you misrepresented my basis. You said you were keep on claiming that they created the whole created concepts on the planet when there's a concept that exists between existence and nothingness itself. You didn't address this like at all. And I've done like a hierarchical scaling of you know 4 individual beings. One exists above the other, and the other exists above the other, and the other exists above the other, and maybe exists above that. I posted a scan. You didn't address it. You just wanted to do conclusions, I guess. So I probably mollywop. So yeah. Do people have the recording? Do people have a recording of this? Can you just like
Yes, I
send
got-
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has it?
Like,
30 people
Watch how you
recording.
fucking
Wait.
pissed, dude.
Was
Where
that
are
your
you learning?
conclusion,
Where are
Fagor?
you learning?
Progrelli, you realize he had like 5 levels of outer versal, like
No,
he
he
had
didn't.
the
No,
God
listen.
Sphere, he had Limbo, he had the Monitor Sphere, he had the Source, then Dark Side, then Santa, and then
dude,
Lobo.
dude,
He had like
I'm not gonna
7.
lie,
No.
Also, you kind of got slapped.
Huh?
Wasn't there?
Who do you want? Hold on.
Because didn't he establish that there was like infinite levels above, or like there was a power infinitely greater than outer
The
versal?
difference between
Yeah.
Limbo and the Monitor
He
Sphere.
did say that. Splash did.
So
Yeah.
so okay, I didn't hear the whole debate. So what was Progrelic's 3 levels above outer versal? Is it just because one character was stronger than another arbitrarily, or because
No. Listen,
hold on. I'm just trying to comprehend like why these levels of outer versal matter. Because is it just like this character stronger than another character who's outer versal that makes a level, or does it have to be infinitely stronger to be a level? Like how are you calculating what an outer versal level is? Like define that for us, the audience.
Because they can't be because one outer versal being can't touch the other. That's so much they exist above them. Nothing they do could touch him.
That could be multiple things. It doesn't matter.
How could it mean multiple things if they can't touch?
Is that infinite?
Why does it matter? Like I established how
Flash
much
isn't the scan of it being infinite.
It would be way less than that.
Listen.
I can't touch the moon.
Like,
Listen,
here's
Dude,
what I'm trying to.
there's a different. There's like, listen. There's a degree. Like, there's not a degree. There's a difference between dimensionless and dimensions itself. The gods created this so that they exist above that. They transcend that, right?
So
Since
they're
they like
all
created the
outer versal,
concept.
right?
Yeah, the all outer versal level.
So this is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to gather here. What happened? Because we're trying to figure out what you are defining as an outer versal level. Because the debate eventually boiled down to, well, I have outer versal level 3, and then we're trying to figure out, well, what the fuck is outer versal level 3 mean? Like, what is 3 steps of outer versal? Like, what is that
Okay.
equate to? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. I made the position that the gods could multiply infinitely, and I made another position that all those gods, they created the concepts. So if they could multiply infinitely, and Marissa literally mollywopped like a god who could do that. Right, hang on, someone's calling me. Or
Which
no.
they stay at the same power level, by the way.
I mean, just the difference between the monitor sphere and limbo is infinite. So it's like
Yeah, but that's the same difference between Marissa and those gods. because
yeah,
they
and he
can
gave you like
multiply
4 other levels after that.
I did the same thing. No,
Difference between the monitor sphere and
The difference between the monitor sphere and limbo is the same difference between a platonic realm and a normal realm.
oh shoot, never mind.
It's much bigger than infinite.
I have a scan of it being a higher dimension
I'm
as
not.
well.
I'm not saying Pro Gralic won or lost. I'm just curious, like, what the fuck outer versal like 3 levels mean. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
I think he's just woke, and we're not.
Can I explain?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's outer versal play.
Thanks. All right, so basically, like, what did he say? He said that what was it? The source splash? Was it the source?
Well, I thought you were listening, bud. We did turn.
I was. Okay, so he said the source. Hang on. He said the source could create. No, not create. Exist exist above the concepts. Dark side. Mollywop the source. Santa. Mollywopped. What's his name? Dark side. Lobo. Mollywopped Santa. Right. I'm saying in that case, then the gods inside Touhou, they can multiply infinitely. Right, those like they're on infinite degrees, not infinite degrees, but they can multiply infinitely. They created like the difference between existence and nothingness itself, which is basically duality. Marissa mollywopped a god, okay. Watatsuki sisters mollywopped. I mean, not really mollywopped, but Marissa couldn't touch them, like literally can't touch them, right?
With the bullets, yeah.
Okay, so
but those hang on, let me just finish. And those Watatsuki sisters cannot touch like what's her name? Reimu.
I understand that they are outer versal in whatever argumentation's going on. I understand.
He's explaining the degree of outer versal they are. So he's saying, firstly, it starts with baseline outer versal, right? Then he's like, the gods are infinitely above that. Then there are these 2 niggas that like are untouchable to beings relative to these gods, and then they're below Reimu. Okay.
Yeah.
What Splash is saying, there's a baseline outer versal realm, which is transcended by another realm, which is transcended by another realm, which is infinitely transcended by the source, which is transcended by Darkseid, who couldn't hurt Santa at all, who got one shot by Lobo.
Okay, yeah, so maybe that's
Something's
okay.
a little bit off
I was just trying to figure out if like Pro Gralic was arguing that just because someone was stronger than another, they were like,
by the arguments that were presented here, Lobo one shots.
Yeah.
No, like I literally said that they could multiply infinitely. Like there's infinite.
As someone that doesn't really has only heard like really the end of it, it does seem like Splash kind of presented more of these levels. Don't you think? Like logically, don't you think he presented more levels?
I presented an infinite multiplier of gods. Like I did that.
So did Splash.
Yeah, but
can I say
definitely
something?
Yeah, if it's but I was trying to get to. Wait, hang on.
Hold on, it's my turn. It's my turn. This is a turn-based system, as you established.
But when I
hold on, the gods you are referencing. In your scan that you use for the infinite, it says their power levels stay the same, so there's no power difference.
Okay, so
you're implying they got infinitely stronger. They didn't. It says the power level stays.
It's kind of like Moo's splitting technique, or like the multiform technique.
Yeah, they don't get stronger.
I even presented a scan of his
power.
Hang on, I even presented that scan. Wait, is it still recording, by the way?
I just explained how even if I gave you the infinite scaling thing, Splash gave you better scaling than that.
But I gave a hack that Lobo couldn't. He didn't counter the hack that.
But he's so far above your character.
But even if that's the case, I asked him to adjust the scan and he didn't. do it.
So you said you agreed to have people. You did agree to have people judge. So who are you gonna pick here to judge?
I never. Like,
this is my favorite part. This is the best part of the recording. Can you please pick?
I don't know who wants to judge. I said I was going to record it and then show other people what other people think of the debate. That's what I said.
No, you told me that we were gonna.
No,
pick
I
people
didn't. No, I
to
didn't.
give
No,
their
I
opinions.
didn't. I said I
Yes,
record
you
it
did,
and
you
show
fucking
other people. I
pussy.
didn't. No, I didn't do that.
If you did say that, then it was recorded, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was recording. Yeah, it was recording. It was
Yeah,
recording.
just
It was
find where
recording.
it was said then. It shouldn't be that.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Well, no,
So-
I didn't. That was before I started recording. At first, I can attest
was-
that he
okay,
said
wait,
that
did
he
you hear
did
that?
want people to like judge it, but I don't know if he said that
Yeah.
he wanted to get people to judge it like right now.
Well, I mean,
He wasn't
just
specific.
on scaling, you can see who won. So I don't really see why it's that much.
And it's like I'm gonna like dip from the call.
Didn't I just give like the basic rundown, like how even if we were generous towards your argument, Lobo blitzes and one shots.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much
But
mileage.
she has a hacks. But she has like a hack that could counter. No, listen, she has like a hack that could counter.
He
and it
said
didn't
in his
do it.
conclusion that his character was a level of outer-versal that your abilities wouldn't be able to affect, and you didn't display that your character could affect his character.
Did Splash say that? Did Splash say that?
Yeah,
Did Splash
Yeah,
say
he did say that. And
No,
he
no, it's on recording. No, it's on recording. It's on recording. I'll
Yeah,
listen
I'll go
to it.
back and check.
That's why we're
Yeah,
saying I
it's
said it
recorded.
because
He
it's
said
on
it.
recording.
He did say that. in
Okay.
his conclusion.
He said his character was a
He said it
higher
at the
level of
very
outer-versal.
beginning. Like that was the first thing that he said in his conclusion.
Yeah, that actually was the first thing I ever said.
Yeah. So, so all of your abilities that you brought up don't matter, and his character blitzes in one shot.
Like I even like asked at the beginning, like if you could prove that they infinitely exist above each other, and he didn't do it anyways.
Yes,
He
I
showed the
did. I gave you this.
scans.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, you showed the scan, but like it just proves that they exist above each other, but not
You
infinitely.
see that ship scan in Battleground?
It says that the source is boundless in comparison to the rest of creation.
Okay, so that's the same thing with the gods themselves.
Oh my god.
I think
Oh,
in the most
okay.
basic of
No.
terms- Yeah, I was gonna say in the most basic of terms, this nigga put at least 2 infinities above your character.
No, he didn't, Supernova. Why the fuck are you saying that? He didn't.
And I thought he literally did 5 more than he did.
No, there was one set of infinity in both scalings, but then Splash like showed several other levels of transcendence.
Yeah, that's
But
what
I
I was
said,
saying.
but
He put
but
more
I said the
infinity.
gods like exist above duality itself, so logically they
Supernova,
be boundless as
Okay,
well.
duality is below the god sphere. It's a platonic realm.
They created every single boundaries. That's why I'm saying they're boundless.
Okay. No,
They
they're not
created
bound. Okay,
fences.
firstly, they're not boundless. Okay.
I
Boundless
did no,
would
I
mean
did show them
omnipotent.
I did show them like creating every single.
Okay, a boundless is a being with no boundaries. Are they omnipotent?
If they're omnipotent,
Yeah, are
Then
they
that's
omnipotent?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Like,
Omnipotent.
Are they
Are
they omnipotent or
Literally
not?
just say you don't know.
Reimu is
Because-
omnipotent.
He
mean,
beat
plus
them.
No,
He said
no,
like the
no,
gods
no,
got beat.
We're not even remotely close to Reimu yet. He's talking
Yeah,
about
we're
the
not.
fucking trash gods who got bodies.
Oh, so wait.
He said that
so
omnipotent gods can't affect her.
wait, that means that source would be Wait, hang on. If you said that the source was boundless, that means he would be
I said
omnipotent.
it was
if you were to make that
boundless in
argument.
comparison. I didn't say it was
But still, no,
boundless.
that's still that. You said it was boundless. You said the source was
I
boundless. You
said
did
it was
say-
boundless in comparison.
Fucking boneless.
Okay, then gods
That's a
are
completely
boundless.
different statement.
Like,
omnipotent
you know,
Reimu.
No, omnipotent
Like,
plus the
fuck,
gods
man.
are just omnipotent.
Yeah, it's like plus. It's levels to
I
this
mean, like if
omnipotence
another
thing.
hang on, like if another boundless entity could like affect another boundless entity, then that would contradict the omnipotent.
Yeah, they wouldn't be boundless. I agree.
But they created every single boundary themselves. Everything that bounds every creation, they
There's
created
still
all
a
of it.
boundary preventing them. There's still more
What
boundaries that they
boundary?
don't
What
transcend.
boundary?
Of course there are. The fact they're
But
not
they're in a
omnipotent,
transcend.
they
They're
can be
transcend
defeated.
above everything. They just hurt each other. That's it.
They were defeated.
You know what's crazy? Progalic, so is everyone else here just as retarded as me? Because they don't seem to comprehend your made-up scaling.
Okay.
Like,
Okay,
I'm gonna.
no, I
already-
wouldn't have to explain like what a boundless is to you. It can
I
your
know. I
boundless
know what
beings be
boundless
defeated?
means. It doesn't. I know what boundless means
Can they
already.
be
But I'm
defeated?
saying
How do you defeat a boundless being?
if you're boundless yourself, basically.
No, they're not, they're not boundless.
No, if you're boundless yourself, like
if there are two boundless beings,
there's like this
hold
high
on.
autoversal scaling. Hang on,
If there are two boundless
listen.
beings,
If there's like a high
no, you
autoversal
need to
scale,
listen to me,
I
you
need
haven't answered
let
any
me
one of
talk.
my questions yet.
No, I did. I said if there's another boneless being, they can hurt them. Listen.
Okay,
there's
and I have to
high
tell you why that's
autoversal-
wrong now.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Okay, do these boundless beings contain each other?
What?
Do these
Let's have
boundless
another one.
beings contain each other?
No. What are you talking
Then they're
about?
not boundless, you idiot!
Oh, is it not boundless when
That's
they
a
created everything?
boundary.
Oh my, you know.
Can't Reimu die?
Well, hold on,
Okay.
don't derail. If a boundless being is a being with
Red
no
herring.
boundaries, they are literally all things, you fucking idiot. They would
They
have
are
to be
all
all
things that exist as totality itself.
Minus
Yeah, they would
10
have to be
prepared
all
for that hominem.
things. So if there was another
That
thing
exists
that
above
wasn't them,
totality.
if there was another thing that wasn't them, they're not truly boundless.
Oh,
Do y'all
what?
remember?
So
Do
you
y'all
just
remember
conceded that they're not boundless.
No, I didn't. I said there are
Yes, you
still
did. You
boundless.
said they're
and
not.
no,
You said
they
they're not
created
contained
every
within
little
each other.
boundary. So how does that prove your point? What are you getting at?
Because if they're not contained within each other, neither of them are boundless because there is a boundary between them.
Parrot. They created literally every boundary themselves. So then
It
there's
doesn't
no
matter. Are they the same being or not?
if they're the same being. Like you're getting off topic now. I just
Are
said
they
Mercer-
the same being or not? This is a very simple question.
It also sounds like
Are
you're
they the
debunking
same
your
being
own
or not?
claim that they created all boundaries if Parrot is displaying boundaries. So now your claim that they created all boundaries or destroy them is under scrutiny.
What do you
They
mean?
didn't even create the world that they were in. They just named the concepts.
But that name,
Oh,
but that
don't say
name,
that. He's
That
gonna
wasn't
freak
the
out. dude.
scaling noodles.
Oh
That
my
wasn't the
God.
scaling he used. So
I
don't
know.
bring that
I
up.
just thought it was fun.
That's not the scaling he even tried to use. He was using different scaling to that.
He
Yeah.
did use it in the
Wait.
beginning.
Yeah. Who recorded it, by the way? Who recorded it?
Nigga, oh my god, I've had to
No,
tell you this
I'm
like 30
asking, but-
times.
No, I'm asking who?
Me, I've
Yo,
said
and-
it like a million
You're gonna
times.
have-
Like, goddamn.
No, what's
Yo,
your name?
Papa Seth, watch your
Goon?
drivers.
Seth
Okay,
Goon
Seth
number
Goon.
777.
All right. Could you like? Seth Goon.
Dude,
Oh,
you're gonna
Pagrala.
have to do a lot of editing.
Pagrala, do you comprehend that your gods aren't boundless now?
No, I'm still standing by that position.
What?
Okay, how can a boundless being be separate from something else?
Because they created everything that like they have every boundary.
Okay,
like
but you just
they
said
can
that they're
remove-
separate from each other.
No,
Trey
if you
way.
can remove, hang on, listen. If you
This
can
is why I
remove
own his
every single-
people.
I literally said that Yukari can remove every single boundary itself. So that in turn will mean she's boundless.
Okay, is she the same as every other being? Didn't you say
No.
the two sisters were untouchable to her?
Who, Martha?
This being that can separate the gaps between boundaries, right? You said that these two sisters were untouchable.
Parrot, you didn't understand what I said. Even
There are beings above this boundary manipulator, correct?
Yeah.
Why can't she just remove the boundary between herself and those beings and defeat them?
I mean, through logic manipulation, they just exist above
How
them.
come she can't?
Because they just,
How
I guess
come
the
she can't
transcend-
just remove the
transcend-
boundary of logic
because
manipulation?
Because they're above
they
that
don't-
boundary.
Yeah, they're above it.
Okay, why can't she just remove the boundary that makes them above it?
They're like stupidly above it. I'm just gonna say this over again.
Why can't she just remove that?
They're
Because they're
bound.
above it.
Why is there
Yeah.
a boundary between them?
Yeah, why can't she just remove the boundary and defeat them easily?
Because there's levels to boundless.
Why can't she just remove the boundary between them being alive and dead and make them dead?
Oh, shit.
Boundless,
That's
boundless.
what I was trying to say earlier when like Reimu can die because it's like, is she bound by life and death?
Like,
She's boundless,
Oh.
boundless. She's big boundless.
Why can't this character just defeat these two people that are untouchable to her, like relative to her?
I don't know. They just transcend that, I guess. Like they're just stupidly above that.
If they transcend it, that's a boundary.
Oh shit.
She just removes
Like
the
even
boundary
if they're
and
even if
non-stops
they
it.
like, it's showing that that ability can't work on them.
Okay, then it's not
Okay,
boundless.
it's basically,
That's a
it's basically
That's
no,
a
no, no,
limitation.
it's basically like metapotence. Think of it like that.
What?
It's basically like
Okay, why can't she just remove the boundary?
Ad
between
hominem.
her-
because
I
it's
heard it.
metapotence. It's basically metapotence.
Why can't she just remove the boundary between
Because they
metapotence and herself?
literally just transcend that logic.
Why can't
Like
she
it
just
doesn't
remove that
apply.
boundary?
So she's bounded by logic.
No, wait, who?
You just admitted she's bounded by logic.
Yes, that
I
is a
never
boundary
said that.
she
I
can't
said
overcome.
she can try. I said the Watasuki sisters just transcend that logic. That's what I said.
Yeah, why can't she just remove that boundary?
Because it just wouldn't work on them. Like even
Dude,
if you
I don't
remove
think
it,
the
it's
data
still gonna
is
be
for you,
above
Okay,
them.
hold on. So if it wouldn't work on them, what you're telling me is that it's bounded.
But they literally
you
just
can see.
transcend that boundary. I didn't concede. I just said that they transcend that
if
boundary.
this ability doesn't work on everything, that is a boundary. By definition.
Everything that can be defined in totality. itself.
Also,
That's
you
what-
said
Okay, but she can't do certain things, so she's not bounded.
like above transcendent.
Do you know what a boundary even is?
Yes, I know what a boundary is.
Evidently,
Like
you
wait,
don't,
no,
because
in
you
a
think that
context,
they-
like in a context, like in this Touhou context, it means like what? The duality between things.
Sucks.
Okay, wait. Duality. The duality between things is below the God sphere, which is a platonic realm.
What?
Duality is way below platonic.
Oh shit.
How is it? How is
shit.
duality way below? No, in this context, like it represents. Hang on,
A
in
single
this
platonic
context,
object would
hang on,
include all duality and non-dualities within it.
But duality in a general context can cover all of duality itself. And it even said that it can, manipulate every sort of duality.
Okay,
It would even
if this-
include
if
this
this- if
Platonic
this
concept.
duality-
It would even include this Platonic
If
concept.
this duality you're
Considering
talking
it's still a
about
duality.
can cover every duality, can she remove the duality between herself being omnipotent
It's literally
and
a
not
general.
omnipotent?
It's just a general duality. That's it.
Okay, then why can't she just okay, if it's a general duality, it's below the
Yes.
God sphere.
How is it below the God sphere when it's covering literally
Because
every duality itself, Parrot?
You just said it was just a basic duality. Pick one.
I know. I said it's a general duality that covers every sort of duality
is it
itself.
every conceivable duality, or is it a basic duality? And what is even the difference between these two?
She manipulates every duality. Every duality.
Why can't she just remove the duality between herself being able to defeat these two sisters and not being able to?
Because they're unbounded by duality.
Then she can't do it. That's a boundary.
Because no, it's not. They exist
So
above
you
the
debunked
duality
yourself
itself.
again.
Like you can't even comprehend what happens on an ultraversal scale. Like using your own
Yes, I
perspective.
can. I'm doing it
arguing
right
from your
fucking
perspective
now.
belief.
You're just
You're arguing from
wrong.
your own, no, you're arguing from your own perspective belief, and that's the
You're
problem.
just wrong. I perfectly understand how this works.
Parrot.
You're unable to present any logic that works.
Parrot. If they exist above duality, what would that mean?
That they're trans-dual.
Yeah.
Like
So
every
then,
platonic object.
So then another transdual being who can't affect them, that means that that transdual being would exist above them.
Okay.
Are you saying? Are you saying no? Are you saying that? Wait,
that means that your character isn't boundless.
Are you saying every
That means
transdual
your
being is
character
omnipotent?
isn't boundless, Progrelli.
Parrot,
I'm not saying
are
they're
you
not
saying-
transdual.
You know that transdual is literally boundless. They're not bounded by
Above
duality at
all
all.
dual concepts, yes. That's not the same as
Okay.
being boundless.
How? Explain boundless. Like correlated
Boundless
difference.
is a thing that
Boundless
has no boundaries or limitations.
and transdual is the same thing.
No, it isn't. A transdual being is a being above all dual concepts.
Literally every concept is dual within each other.
No, it isn't. Omnipotence.
Yeah. Omnipotent. Like that
Omnipotence
concept.
is
Like
not
if we're talking,
dual.
like if we're talking about like the concept of all powerful, then it'd be contradicted with non-omnipotence. Like it'd be dual
No,
with
it isn't, because it
non-omnipotence.
contains non-omnipotence.
But that still exists
That's
as a
not a
dual.
duality.
Okay, so basically, right, since omnipotence can't contain that concept, can't contain duality, then there's other concepts that still contain duality. Like literally every other concept contains duality.
Yeah, every platonic concept contains all duals, yes.
Okay,
That's what
so
you're saying.
Yukari manipulates this. She can't touch the water.
got 'em.
She
can't
manipulates
manipulate
what? Yukari.
every duality, right? Every single duality.
Okay, manipulating every duality is not impressive on this scale.
How is it if she can remove the duality,
Because
right?
I've said this several times.
No,
A
if
single
she can
platonic
remove-
object would
if she
include
can
all
remove
versions
the-
of itself, including
Duality is
trans-dual
being
versions
used
of
in a
itself.
general. Oh my god, duality is being used in a general context.
You
Like,
can't
it means
keep,
everything.
Wait. Now you're making now you're using circular reasoning. You just went back to
How
what
am
I
I
just
using
refuted.
second? It's literally every
Because
duality.
you've gone
itself,
back to saying this is a general duality now after I just pinned you down on what you meant by
general
duality.
means everything. Like, I'm using general in a context that means everything.
It's
Parrot.
obviously not fucking everything because she can't defeat the
She's
two
manipulate
sisters.
every concept. They exist above the duality. What in that
Even
are you
though
not
it's-
understanding?
Okay, she's not boundless if there are things above her. She can just manipulate some boundaries.
Like every other boundaries. Literally every other
Like
boundary.
every other boundary.
If there's
Okay,
something she can't do, she's not boundless.
you can't say every other boundary because there could arbitrarily be an infinite number of other boundaries she can't touch. There would have to be. If there's something above her, if there's something above her to any degree, okay, there are
Yeah.
an infinite number of things she can't do.
Wait, go back to your boundless and transdual statement. What did you
Why?
say? Boundless?
Because you're having trouble with
No,
what
no,
I'm saying right now.
no. Just explain yourself.
Why
Oh,
didn't you
ad
just
hominem
respond to
code.
what I just said?
Do it again. What's the difference between boundless
Why
and transdual?
didn't you just respond to what I just said? Why are you
Because I
trying to
want you
change
to back.
like
I want
shit
you to
back?
contradict yourself. I want you to contradict yourself. Hang on.
You want me to contradict myself?
So do y'all think I won?
want you
I'm
to
just gathering
contradict yourself,
basic
Barry.
opinions.
So are you saying that something that has no boundaries is something that is the same as being above all dual concepts?
The infinity of the dual.
How?
Because
all dual concepts doesn't even include all concepts.
It's time
What?
to.
It does.
All dual concepts doesn't even include all concepts.
Every
It doesn't even
concept.
include
Like, yes,
platonics.
it does. It does. Platonic concepts are every concept is dual within each other.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
Yes,
include
it
platonics.
does.
I've already told you how
name a
it
concept.
doesn't.
Name a concept that's not dual with another one.
Okay, a platonic apple. Do you want me to
A
explain
platonic
how?
apple.
Yeah.
It's literally it's dual. You can identify a difference between that and a regular apple. Parrot.
Okay, a difference is not the same as a duality.
It's a duality because they have
What's
both
the
contrasting
opposite of a
opposition.
platonic apple?
A regular apple.
That's not
like you
its
can
opposite. The regular apple is part of the platonic apple. It's not its opposite.
Parrot. When two things are
The
dual, you
regular
can
apple
identify
is
a
part
difference.
of
No,
the
when two
platonic
things are
apple,
dual,
idiot.
you can identify something. You can
The
identify a
opposite's an
contrasting
orange.
position.
Okay, you can't name something that is contained within the other thing and say it's dual.
Yes, I can.
That's not a
Because it's
duality.
quality. It is. It's something. It's like when something
You
has
can't
like
just
a
say it
contrasting.
is. It's not by
Listen,
definition.
just let me explain. Let me explain.
Something can't be dual with itself.
It's the platonic apple is not.
Do you
like
know what a
containing regular
dual
apple.
is? It's
I know what a dual is. It's
Do
like
you guys think I
Okay, then
won? So I can go to a different
Okay,
DC.
so if you're naming something that is contained within the other, that's not a dual, or that's a mono. That's the same thing. You're not
You
even
just
naming
said
two
it's the
different
same
things.
thing.
An
You just said
apple
it's
and a
the same
platonic apple are the same existence, okay? The apple is contained within the platonic apple.
Okay,
So
then
you
a
can't
platonic
use that.
pair. Then a platonic pair. You can identify
How
a
is that
difference.
its
between those.
opposite?
Because you can identify a dual contrast between
How
them.
is that its opposite? Just because it's
Because
a pair.
they're contrasted with each other. If you
That
look at the
doesn't make
difference,
them a duality.
it does. They have a difference.
Having a difference is not the same as them being dual with each
Oh,
other. And also, you just named another trans dual object and said that it's dual with this trans dual object, which doesn't make any sense.
But they can identify a difference between it.
Okay, that doesn't matter. There can be trans dual. There is a duality between being trans dual and non-trans dual that you can be above as well. But that doesn't make those objects not trans dual, because that's a meta trans duality.
But you can still identify the difference. That's the point.
It's a
And
meta
if you can
duality.
identify the
It's a
difference,
meta duality.
then you can. Okay, if it's a meta
It's a
duality,
meta-duality by
it's still,
definition.
dude. Shush. If it's a meta duality, it's still duality, and you can
No, it
manipulate
isn't.
every
No, it
duality.
isn't. Okay,
If
you
it's a
don't know-
meta
you
duality,
don't know
if
what
it's a
meta
meta
means.
duality, what a meta means
You
all
don't know what
things.
meta
Right?
means. No, it doesn't. It means above or transcendent of.
That's what meta means, right?
Yes, above or transcendent of.
But it's still a type of
meta-duality
duality.
is
So
above
it is
all
every duality.
dualities.
You know what? Just send me the
So
recording.
it's not a
I'm just
duality
gonna
by
hang on,
definition.
hang on. Parrot, I'm done. Parrot, I'm done.
Yeah,
with
you
Like,
concede. I
yeah.
get it.
No, I didn't concede.
Yeah,
Seth
I
Goon,
concede for that argument I just presented.
shut up. Seth Goon, could you like upload it to Google?
So you
Photos?
conceded, okay?
Seth Goon, could
Nah,
you?
you can stop joking around. Progog obviously won.
What?
He obviously won.
Wait, I came.
Yo, stop joking around. He obviously won.
Alright, decided. Can I end the recording now? Like.
But I don't even know why
all
you're recording that
obviously
nonsense
very
where
biased,
Progrelic
but
attempts to say his
seems-
character's omnipotent.
Oh.
Reimu omnipotent.
But it was still funny. I think it's worth getting, honestly.
No, not even Reimu. His character that's part of his scaling that lost is omnipotent.
I think the boundary is just a difference. It's like trying to combine